Hey there, wrestling fam, and welcome back to the Wrestling Heat. And ladies and gentlemen, I got some wrestling news just for you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to get smacked with some of that good old sweet and delicious wrestling news. And I got some wrestling news about John Cena, WrestleMania, and a little more. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the video in about 3, 2, 1, get some news. And alright, wrestling fam, the very first thing that I got for the wrestling news lineup tonight is about a segment that happened on Monday Night Raw. This past Monday Night Raw, it had to deal with Randy Orton and what happened with him and Alexa Bliss with the whole fireball and his face getting burnt up, and he showed up on Monday Night Raw with a weird mask and some weird burntness going on his face. Burntness. But overall, I think that the promo that he did was hella good, but how it all looked was hella funny, and looks like he was being criticized by some people in the wrestling business, and, you know, fans of wrestling and non-fans of wrestling, you know, they were hackling, and, you know, and ladies and gentlemen, do we really think Randy Orton really gives a damn, like, truly, about, you know, he had to do what he had to do. He had to go out there, put some stuff on his face and a mask, and go out and try to look as burnt up as he could be. I wonder how they're going to dig themselves out of this one. Maybe a lot of the, you know, face burn cream. I'm not 100% sure, but, yeah, it looks like Randy Orton was heavily criticized on Twitter, but I really don't think he cares. Do y'all really think he cares? You know, he did what he was supposed to do with what he had to do it, even though it kind of looked a little cringy. But hey, what y'all think about the segment that happened with Randy Orton, with him, you know, talking in a dark room with the hood and, you know, the mask and, you know, the whole face thing? Let me know what you thought about it down below in chat. And we're going to be moving on to the next thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is going on for WrestleMania 37. It looks like John Cena is almost locked in for WrestleMania 37. So there is a very high probability of him being at WrestleMania this year. And if he does, you know, come in, who would he face? Who would you want him to face? Me, I don't really know at the moment, but we'll see as time goes by, and if John Cena's schedule fits with WrestleMania schedule, more than likely we will see him. But ladies and gentlemen, if he does come back, who would you like to see him face? Let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, WrestleMania 37, John Cena, high probability. You know, I'll keep on that as time goes on. If I find out anything different, if he becomes 100% at WrestleMania, I'll definitely keep y'all in tuned. So ladies and gentlemen, moving on from that piece of John Cena news, going on to a little bit of the Yes Movement and Daniel Bryan. And it looks like Daniel Bryan could be this year's Royal Rumble winner. I'm not sure on how true this is, but there is a lot of sources out there saying that is a high probability of him actually winning and going to WrestleMania, maybe facing Roman Reigns. But you know, with WWE, things could change, you know, like that. So also, I'll keep y'all update with that. So would y'all be happy with a little bit of, you know, Yes Movement in 2021? Let me know down below, because it looks like he possibly could win this year's WrestleMania. So let me know down below. Are you a fan of Daniel Bryan? Do you want him to win? Do you think somebody else should win? And if so, let me know down below. Going on from that, WWE news, going on to a little bit of AEW stuff, and Tony Khan, it looks like he has a little interest in a little company called TNA, Impact Wrestling, which one you want to call it. But, also about Impact Wrestling, I do believe ODB will be coming back soon to Impact. But, going on with Tony Khan, yeah, it looks like he has a little bit of interest in Impact Wrestling and what they're doing over there. So, hey, who knows? 2021 Impact Wrestling and AEW Wrestling combined into, one big, show. I don't know, if this is just a little storyline thing or if this is something that is actually, maybe going down with all this, interpromotional stuff going on from Impact and AEW. We recently seen Matt Hardy and what was it, Best Friends show up there? Was it Best Friends? I totally forgot. I'm mega high right now, but just letting you know, keeping it real. But where was I at? Oh yeah, Tony Khan may be interested in buying Impact Wrestling. Would y'all like to see that? Would y'all like to see Tony Khan buy and keep Impact going as a maybe separate show? I don't know. It is a probability. He was asked about it and he was just like, yeah, it's on my mind a little bit with all the stuff going on between, AEW and Impact Wrestling. But we'll see as time goes by. And yet again, if I find out anything different, I'll definitely keep the fine folks here at the Wrestling Heat always updated. I love y'all. So going on from the Tony Khan and AEW and Impact stuff, going back over to WWE side of things, it looks like we have had several within WWE recently have tested positive for COVID-19. And also, do you think wrestlers should be like one of the first in line to get the new vaccine? We know recently Drew McIntyre, he was recently tested positive for COVID. Rumored some after him, and obviously more have tested positive, but will we know who they actually are? I don't know. Are they actual wrestlers or just behind the scene people? I don't know, but it looks like more people has tested positive over in WWE. And also, do you think that, WWE should make the wrestlers get the vaccine? I know it's kind of a controversial, thing with it only having been tested, all that long. Nia Jax already pretty much said, I'm going to let, my body do what it do, and if it do what it don't, then it is what it is. But, what do y'all think? Do y'all think WWE should make the wrestlers take the vaccine, or do you think they should let them do it on their own? I know that's a little controversial, but I would really want to know what y'all think and your input about the whole, COVID. I know recently I got some stuff that I'm going to show over here on the sides about Biden and what his travel restrictions are. And I know WWE, if they're planning on doing any kind of, out-of-state traveling, I don't think that's really going to happen. Like I said, I got some stuff but for y'all to read up on. So keep that in mind as well. If they're trying to open up and go to different places, I don't think it's going to happen that easy. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, several more have tested positive in the WWE for COVID. And do you think that WWE should make their wrestlers get, the vaccine? And if not, let me know down below. Like I said plenty of times before, chat room don't bite. At least, not hard. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, going on from that, onto some stuff that I seen on the Joe Rogan show, and then I seen Xavier Woods say some stuff, but gonna go ahead and read ahead. The Undertaker says that the current roster, or the current product in the WWE right now is pretty much soft. And Undertaker was on the Joe Rogan show not too long ago, was talking about how it used to be in the WWE or in wrestling. People used to carry around guns and knives and stuff like that, like the Wild Wild West, and things would get dealt with and stuff like that. And Xavier Woods, he chimed in, but I'm just going to go ahead and read what I have here. The Undertaker says the WWE current product is a little too soft and too much pretty. Not enough edge. And then Xavier Woods, he chimes in and pretty much he says that in response to the Undertaker remarks, saying if saving money and having video games in the locker room is a lot healthier than having guns and knives and stuff in the locker room. And I can kind of see, you know, what he's talking about with it being a hell of a lot safer in the back now. But also, you know, Undertaker was talking about how, you know, nowadays, you know, they got all these, you know, fancy doctors, and back in the day, you know, you had to tough through it. People wrestled with broken necks and torn ligaments and, you know, just a whole bunch of injuries. But now, look at some of the wrestlers now from that era. You know, a lot of them are hurting, and a lot of them can't walk. A lot of them are messed up. So, kind of see, you know, with the doctors, and the WWE has become a lot safer. So therefore, I guess he's saying a little softer, not enough edge. But I know a lot of things could be done in the WWE to make it a little edgier, a little better, a little less, you know, comical, a little seriousness. You know, it could be a better mix of things of what we've been getting, especially on Monday Night Raw. Good Lord. But believe it or not, Raw actually showed a little bit of improvement in the ratings, believe it or not. But yeah, Undertaker saying that it was a lot of grit and grind back in the day, and Xavier Woods is pretty much saying, yo, we're saving money over here. I learned, you know, from a lot of people, you know, save money and, you know, just keep on the grind, and pretty much, you know, having video games in the locker room instead of, you know, the boomstick and the, you know, the shanks. You know, it's become a lot healthier and a safer place. So, with that being said, what do y'all think about that little, you know, back and forth? Well, can't even really say back and forth, but little input on what Undertaker said and what Xavier Woods said. I can see Xavier Woods on his point, and I can see, you know, with the Undertaker being back in the, you know, 80s and 90s, different story. Total different story. But, going on from that, ladies and gentlemen, the very last thing that I have for you fine folks here, the voice is starting to go out, but it looks like Vince McMahon still might call The Undertaker for WrestleMania 37. Do you want to see him come back and have another match? At this stage and point, I would say to The Undertaker, if Vince McMahon comes knocking on your door, tell him it ain't happening. I'm chilling, hanging out with my family. You know, his wife recently, I believe, was tested positive for COVID. But I know WrestleMania is still way down the road. I just say, Undertaker, enjoy your time off, my guy. You've been in the, you know, business for over 30 years, my dude. You have nothing left to prove, unless if you're, you know, building up the new people in the NXT That's awesome. I know you've been doing things over there, but if Vince McMahon calls you for WrestleMania 37, just tell him to chill out, bro. I'm retired. I'm not like Shawn Michaels and not going to come back for a quick payday. Like the, what was it, the Saudi Arabia shows. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think about that? Vince McMahon is thinking about calling the dead man to come back in the WWE and have some kind of match or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. And yet again, if I find out anything more, or if anything changes about this story here, The Undertaker and Vince McMahon, maybe WrestleMania 37, not in a match, not at all, but I'm saying, y'all know what I mean. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the news that I got for you tonight. I got some more coming to you tomorrow. A lot of wrestling news, and I'm just one person. But bear with me, folks, getting these videos out here. Thank you for your watch time. I really mean it. Thank y'all for coming from Periscope to here. Day one-ish, baby. And I love y'all. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Wash your hands. And just keep it a little bit too sweet, baby. And I'm out of here.
Fourth pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition when the war.